Todd is great and he is always baked. Morning sun shining, we can't be late. Coffee brewing, tunes on the go. Knock knock, it's the Todd Joe Morning Show.
Look into my eyes. Oh, fuck it. It is Monday morning, and I am Joey effing Stones, and we got John Boglushi's eyes in your face right now, kicking off your morning like a fist in the asshole. How is it going? How is it going, Todd?
Asshole fisting.
How are you doing, buddy?
I am well.
How was your weekend?
It wasn't bad. It's fucking cold.
Do you know who the weekend was worse for?
Oh, there was that team. Like I'm not
I
a
know
big fan of the foosball anymore, but when I was, there was a period of time in the 90s. Remember the 90s?
I do recall briefly.
There was this team called the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh,
and you know who they beat a lot in Super Bowls?
Twice, actually, to be specific.
The Buffalo Bills.
Ooh,
you know who just can't make it to a Super Bowl because they suck? Tell him, Joe. Who is it?
It's the Bills. But with that being said, I wouldn't say the Bills suck. They're one of the better teams in the NFL. Do I hate the Bills? I absolutely hate the Bills. And for the most part,
like floppy donkey dick.
No, Josh Allen is actually amazing QB. But with that being said, your fan base is why I can't stand the Bills because, whatever. But sorry about your loss, Bills. Broncos, move on. But regardless to say, hey, Todd.
Drugs.
I got a question for you.
Drugs.
Drugs is the question. Dead, man.
I hear somebody say they need to get high.
Dude, I need to get high. It's dead. Where can I go?
Oh, I know.
No place.
And as I showed Mr. Stones that day, this was the magical place to get all of the highest grade cannabis flower, pre-rolls, vaporizers, concentrates, edibles, topicals, accessories, gummies, creams, and so much more. Just take a little trip down to 4656 Onondaga Boulevard, Syracuse, New York, and get some bud from our bud, Joe, at Joe's Buds. Yeah. Maybe you can be our bud too.
Peace. Hey, go down to Joe's Buds, Onondaga Boulevard in Syracuse. And remember, guys, they love us, we love them. So like their shit on Facebook, like our shit on Facebook. Take a little stroll out there. Prices are amazing. They will blow your mind before you go home and blow your mind.
Blowing minds. Everybody's blowing everything.
So, me and Todd have an experiment. And no, we're not talking about the kind of experiment you did with your neighbor friend when you were 8 and you were very confused about what was going on in your life. It was a penis. But this week, the Niche Nerd Network is replacing Wrestle Fandom / Todd Joe Drew Wrestling Show with an experiment. And we're calling this experiment Crossing the Streams. And we are going to
I feel like that's safe enough to play.
Yeah, that should be enough. So we are going to talk about all the different things that we like, whether it be wrestling or pop culture, Ghostbusters, comics, movies. It's more of a geeky version of
different types of Christmas music.
Just to hear those sleigh bells ring-a-ling-a-too. Ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ding-dong. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with a Jew. Ring-a-ling-a-ding-a-ding.
We could do that if we wanted to. We're crossing all the streams. We're dipping in all the ponds. And guess what? We're going to have fucking fun doing it. So Tuesday, tune in for the debut episode of Crossing the Streams. With that being said, I didn't read the news this week. Todd, you got any news for me?
T-Odd News, where the useless news comes first. I have a news story, and then I have...
Not world records. That's the new concept here. You're loving that sound effect today.
It's just a great sound effect in general. Like, I wish I could just summon that in life whenever I wanted to and just make everything dramatic as shit.
That would be amazing. Like, can you imagine, like, somebody, like, sits you down at the table and, like, listen. It's like you're, like, say it was my kid. Logan sits me down. He's like, Dad, my girlfriend's pregnant. And we're just like, oh my God. Or I get a phone call from Logan. I'm just going with Logan. He just got his license. Say this is 2 years from now. And he's like, Dad, I just hit another car. Your timing sucks with this today.
Because there's a delay.
And you weren't sure where I was going to. Got it. Is that Ghostbusters Monopoly?
Yes.
I also have Ghostbusters Monopoly.
Does it have like the... Is that the one that has shit on?
It has what?
I have a different Ghostbusters board game that has like things that make noise and shit like that. It's like almost like an RPG type game.
Oh, well, we should play it sometime.
We should, because I've never played it in my life. Nor that one.
Did you play it in somebody else's life?
Nope. Nobody's life. Nobody's life. You want to hear about crabs?
No, I took care of that already. That was in my 20s.
Oh.
Oh, you're talking about the food animal thing?
Yeah. A recovery crew was summoned to an Irish road when a truck carrying up to 15,000 crabs crashed into a ditch and set the crustaceans free. The McLaughlin transport truck was carrying a load of crabs to restaurants and stores in Portugal when it wound up in a ditch on the side of the road in some other place. The driver was not injured, but the crash caused up to 15,000 crabs, approximately $70,000 worth of seafood, to be spilled out of their aluminum containers. Let's see.
Oh, I bet you that driver was super crabby after that.
Oh, probably. Big meaty claws. It was a very unusual scene, to say the least. When we arrived, a lot of the crabs had spilled out of their containers and were making a bid for freedom into the fields. A team of up to 10 of us had to physically retrieve the crabs and put them into large bags and reload them onto the truck. It took a good few hours to fill the bags. The crane was also brought into the scene to lift the truck and trailer upright.
So did they get all the crabs back?
They estimated about 95% of the crabs were recovered during the 18-hour recovery effort.
There's like a small tribe of like 1,000 crabs that are like, we made it. We're here. Now we're wild Portuguese land crabs.
Yeah, exactly. It's odd. All right. World records. Nothing too crazy, but it's not that douchebag at least.
Garrett?
Guinness World Records announced the UPS Store's nautical-themed float in this year's Rose Parade earned the record for the largest animatronic fish. The New Year's Day Parade float's centerpiece, a massive mechanical seahorse, was confirmed by the record-keeping organization to measure 28 feet by 10 feet 1 inches by 12 feet 3 inches. The giant seahorse wireframe and machinery were covered in orange lentils, corn husks, mushrooms, kumquats, orange slices, and roses. The float also won the Director Award for design from the Tournament of Roses. That's a big seahorse.
So I have a question. Was this a record that they just made for this fucking thing, or was there a previous record holder?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
Because that's something that I think we need to do some research on. I want to know.
So I know that they I've read before that there's like records that have never been filled that they're just set at like a certain whatever that's obviously not stupid, where it's just like, oh, here I dropped a lighter 5 times from a height of 12 inches and no one else has done that before.
Trust me, in my 20s I did that plenty of times.
Yeah.
Like,
they have like parameters for like shit, so there might have just been as weird as it is, but a category of like largest mechanical or animatronic fucking parade.
but if that's the case, I want to see the list of what other animatronic parade floats that have yet to be done. Because, like, I personally prefer land-based animals, so I would be really, really interested in making the first like land-based animatronic parade float.
Do like a giant Stay Puff.
Yo, have you seen like all those different like Halloween decoration things people do for their fucking house?
Yes.
Like, I would love, like, this is what I want. I want people to like and subscribe to this fucking YouTube channel. Make me and Todd not like overly a lot of money, just a decent enough that we can pay for like stupid shit to videotape and watch you guys do it. I would love on Halloween if we made like in a driveway a recreation of the firehouse, like at least the garage part. Kids can come in and get candy, and me and Todd are just cruising around in an Ecto, wearing our Ghostbuster suits, and just bringing joy to the masses. That's what I want to do. I want to bring joy to the masses. Todd, what about you? What do you want to bring joy to? My asses?
My pants. Yeah, I mean, you could just reach out to like the Ghostbusters of Central New York, because I'm pretty sure they have like an Ecto and shit like that.
So here, my buddy Devin from work, his cousin has like an Ecto.
Nice.
And now mind you, we may have been tipping a few back when we were talking about this, and I'd have to like reconfirm or whatever. We might be able to like have him come out and possibly use that for a skit, maybe a Halloween themed commercial for a certain weed dispensary.
Marijuana.
It's just it's out there. I would love to decorate like that for Halloween. And slime, and then I'll slime you.
Oh, got a couple more. Couple more. This retired CBS Philadelphia news anchor, Jim Donovan, his love for colorful footwear has earned him the Guinness World Record for the largest collection of socks. Donovan said his colorful socks were noticed by viewers during his tenure on the air, and fans started to send him new pairs to add to his collection, including some bearing his own face. A lot of people have sent me socks over the years with my face on it. I know, it's a little crazy, he told Guinness World Records. He officially earned the title to coincide with his retirement. Guinness World Records confirmed his collection includes 1,531 unique pairs. Donovan said breaking a Guinness World Record was a bucket list item for him. I remember when I was 8 years old and my parents gave me a copy of the Guinness Book of World Records. I flipped through it thinking, boy, I wonder if I could beat some of these records someday, he said. That's like the worst interview ever.
So this news anchor is telling me that since he was 8 years old, he always wanted to have a record. And the record he decided to take was the sock record.
Yeah, sock it to me.
So I could just go on Amazon right now and buy 1,032 socks and win this.
So I don't know if there's like parameters because they're not just like plain pairs of socks. Like
No, I get that. I get that.
So you would have to order like unique socks.
Yeah, fuck it.
But you know it's a lot of money. You know, if you just let's say, you know, just for funsies, let's say a pair of socks, which this isn't out of the realm of shit, is like $2. You know, times 1,500.
Well, the way I look at it is I probably already have like a 15 pair head start. Because I got some weird ones. I have weird dress socks. I like weird dress socks. Like I have like ones with Robin, ones with Batman on them. I actually have one that it looks like that like fancy like repeat pattern, but like they're the Superman symbol. Another one it's like the bat symbol. And sometimes if I'm feeling like kind of crazy, I'll wear like a Batman and a Robin together because they're sidekicks on my kicks. Yeah, I do weird shit like that.
Do you want to hear about somebody juggling his balls?
Yes, please.
All right, this is the last one, world record. A Swedish soccer enthusiast broke a Guinness World Record when he juggled a ball using only his knees, chest, head, and feet for 28 hours, 21 minutes, and 2 seconds.
Fuck that shit. That's insane. How did he shit?
Jakob took on the record for the longest marathon controlling a football, male, at some sports complex in Sweden. Jakob, who was allowed a 15-minute break every 3 hours. Oh, come on.
Okay.
That's not... I mean, it's still impressive, but...
That's super fucking impressive.
I thought it was like 28 hours straight. He beat the record set by some other dude that had the record.
Was he Swedish?
Hours. No, he was British.
Dun dun dun.
Soccer juggling is also sometimes known as kick-ups or keepy-uppies. I'm not shitting you. That's what it literally says.
Keepy-uppies. So he got 9 breaks throughout this.
Yeah. I wanted to inspire others to push their limits, promote consistency and focus, and show how social media can be used to spotlight positive challenges and achievements, he told Guinness World Records. This record is a perfect combination of my passion for football, content creation, and personal growth.
Like, I get it. And I get it. Like, I get what he's trying to do. I know. But it's funny. Right before we got on, I was showering. I was listening to a podcast. And what got brought up was... It's probably one of the most profound things I've ever heard, and it makes so much sense. So apparently there was this interview with Hayden Christensen back when it was like episode 2 was being released. And they asked him what was the best advice he got from George Lucas. And this is what George Lucas told Hayden Christensen. Because Hayden Christensen was asking him, like, what can I do to make the world a better place? Like, you know, I have this thing. And George Lucas said to him, he goes, you can't make the world a better place. You can't change the world. You can create your own world and make it this nice little place, and just all you can do is invite people to your world, to your reality. And that I love that. Like that's awesome, because that's essentially what we all do. Todd, I invite you to my world. You know? And you know what? Every
world, but man, I don't know. It's not
every Monday-ish, we invite you into our world. And sometimes Tuesday and sometimes other days during the week. But that's truly what everything should be about. Like that's what we're creating, a world for you guys to come to. All you outcasts, all you incasts, all you misfits, and all you fit-ins. Everybody, you're welcome here. Except douchebags. No douchebags.
Is incast a word? I mean,
I don't know.
Technically, it should be. If
I made it up.
Word.
And you like how I went from misfits to fit-ins?
Yeah, I did.
I thought that was nice. I liked that too.
That was good. I applaud that.
I'm a modern day Billy Shakespeare.
Penis!
All right.
Joe Hendry.
Where? What?
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Cause you love him in London and Paris and Tokyo, America, Scotland and Canada and Mexico. They say I believe in Joe Hendry.
Wow, it looks like an earthquake was happening on my side of the screen. That was wild. So, Todd, I have something for us.
What you got?
So, I found an article that really it tickled my honey buns, okay? It definitely tickled my honey buns.
Honey buns.
And it is the 41 movies that you should have seen, but you probably haven't. Okay? So I'm going to name the movie. I'm going to ask you if you've seen it or not.
Okay.
If you have, tell me yes. If you haven't, tell me no. And then I have a little snippet of what the movie is about. And you tell me if you want to watch it. And at the end of this, I say we each pick one of these movies that we haven't seen and try to make time in the next couple weeks to watch it. And then we'll give a review about it. You like that?
I am on board with you, El Capitan.
All right. So number 41, Steel Magnolia.
I only know the Cypress Hill song.
Okay. So it stars Shirley MacLaine, Olympia Dukakis, Sally Field, and a very young Julia Roberts. I remember watching this as a kid. When we lived overseas, people would give us bootleg VHSs, send them over from the States. And this was one I remember getting. And this is about a young beautician, newly arrived in a small Louisiana town, finds work at the local salon, where a small group of women share a close bond of friendship and welcome her into the fold.
Nice. Folds.
So, after that, would you watch it?
No.
Okay. The next, The Ice Storm, came out in 1997.
I've never even heard of that.
This was directed by Ang Lee, stars Kevin Kline, Joan Allen, and William Kane.
The fuck?
In 1973 suburbia, middle-class families experimenting with substance abuse and the swinging lifestyle find their lives spinning beyond control. Wow. I'm adding that to my list.
Tempted to watch that.
The
What was it called? The Ice Storm?
Ice Storm.
That's a possibility. I gotta look it up. See if we can find
That
it
is
anywhere.
definitely a possibility.
I like how we're both like, drugs and fucking wild sex? Yeah!
Yeah, well, I'm like, hey. And it's 1997, so there might be a lot of boobs in there. Now, to find out if they're boobs we want to see.
Boob hour? What?
Number 39, Two for the Road, 1967.
Nope.
It starred Audrey Hepburn, Albert Finney, and Eleanor Braun. A couple in the south of France non-sequentially spin down the highways of infidelity in their troubled 10-year marriage. Dun, dun, dun.
No, I'm good.
All right, number 38. 1995's The Usual Suspects.
Jesus, I probably saw bits and pieces of it.
I saw this when it first came out. The sole survivor of a peer shootout tells the story of how a notorious criminal influenced the event that began with 5 criminals meeting in a seemingly random police lineup. Geister Sauce! It starred Kevin Spacey, Chaz Palminteri. I have seen it. I would be okay with watching it again.
I don't know. Didn't he get all touchy-feely on somebody?
Oh, actually, Kevin Spacey and Bryan Singer were both.
Touchy.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
God damn it, Hollywood. Scumbags.
Number 37, we have also 1995, A Walk in the Clouds, starring Keanu Reeves.
My God, was the cloud going more than 50 miles an hour?
No, that was the 1994 movie. I think everybody saw. Paul Sutton, a young married soldier, befriends a pregnant young woman who is terrified her father will disown her and agrees to pose as her husband. As time passes, they begin growing very fond of each other.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, not something I want to watch. Number 36, 1956 is Written on the Wind. I'm assuming you haven't seen that either.
Oh, fuck no.
Alcoholic playboy Kyle Hadley marries the woman secretly loved by his poor but hard-working best friend, who in turn is pursued by Kyle's sister. Starring Rock Hudson, Robert Stack, and Lauren Bacall.
It just sounds confusing.
Number 30.
About that's like, fuck yeah, I want to like watch that. That just
I don't know about you.
Lost 10 minutes into it.
Yeah, dude, like I don't know about you, but like there are very, very few like movies from like the 60s and before that I can really sit down and like watch unless there's something I watched as a kid, you know. So Facing the Crowd, 1957. A TV woman turns a homespun burn into a rotten media hero. Bum. Turns a homespun bum. Try saying that. That stars Andy Griffin. Matlock's own Andy Griffin.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
54. Sex in the Single Girl.
What?
Also stars Lauren Bacall. Natalie Wood. She's the one who got killed by like all those guys, right? On the boat? Yeah. A woman reporter for a sleazy tabloid magazine impersonates her henpecked neighbor in order to get an expose on a renowned psychologist, Helen Gurley Brown. All right, we're getting more our time frame. 1985's The Sure Thing. A Northeast college freshman is going through a sexual dry spell, and a friend from high school arranges a beautiful woman to meet him in California. He and a classmate he has a crush on end up hitchhiking all the way to Cali, starring John Cusack, Daphne Zunga, Anthony Edwards, directed by R.I.P. Rob Reiner.
Daphne Zunga, isn't that fucking
Yep.
Vespa?
Yeah. I will throw that on my list. I've never seen it.
What was it called?
The Sure Thing. Came out the year I was born. Oh, I've seen this one. 5's Hard Candy.
What the fuck? No.
Do you remember this?
No.
Haley's a smart, charming teenage girl. Jeff's a handsome, smooth fashion photographer. An internet chat, a coffee shop meetup, and an impromptu fashion shoot back at Jeff's place. Jeff thinks it's his lucky night. He's in for a surprise. Stars Patrick Wilson, the artist formerly known as Ellen Page, and Sandra Oh. You really don't know the extent of her acting talents until you watch this movie, but it's kind of like To Catch a Predator fucked up style.
Interesting.
I think you might like Hard Candy.
It fucks with my teeth.
In 1942, we had Gary Cooper playing football grade Lou Gehrig in the movie called The Pride of the Yankees. It's the life of Lou Gehrig. I don't know why this is on this list.
Sounded borderline racist.
Number 30, James Cagney, who is very famous for playing the Wolfman, played 1935. We have G-Men, a lawyer whose benefactor runs a racket, goes to work for the FBI. That movie is 91 years old.
That's insane.
Wow. And the next is actually one of my favorite movies of his, but 1987's Good Morning Vietnam. Robin Williams, Forrest Whitaker. They star in 1965. An unorthodox and irreverent DJ named Adrian begins to shake up things when he's assigned the U.S. Armed Services radio station in Nam. Ooh, this. Huh. Number 28, we have a movie called Diner. A group of college-age buddies struggle with their imminent passage into adulthood in 1959's Baltimore. Stars Steve Guttenberg, Mickey Rourke, and Kevin Bacon. I like that cast.
That's interesting.
And speaking of the Baconator, so I watched it when it initially aired, but I've talked Maria into rewatching The Following with me. Have you ever watched The Following? Oh my god, it's so good. It's this warped serial killer cult cat and mouse chase. It's awesome. You should watch it if you want to. If not, don't.
Maybe I already run a cult like that. You ever think about that?
Hello, who do you think's in it? Number 27, we have 1969's Bob and Carol and Ted and Alice. Trendy West Coasters, Bob and Carol, are determined to embrace complete openness after a weekend of emotional honesty at a retreat.
That's the name of the movie?
Yes.
All four people's name?
Yes.
Jesus
and it
Christ.
stars, again, Natalie Wood and Elliot Gould.
Interesting.
Huh. That's a interesting thing. Oh, wow. And we had a lot of repeat actors on this shit. Number 26, 1989, Say Anything, starring John Cusack. A noble underachiever and a beautiful valedictorian fall in love in the summer before she goes off to college. Very famous scene. Actually, it says, Meet Feeney.
Mr. Feeney?
Yes, it was a joke they made on the Pod Meets World fucking podcast, because there's an episode in the rewatch. There's an episode, I want to say it's like season 1, where Mr. Feeney, like Corey's like dressed all ridiculous, and Mr. Feeney says something to Corey about Meatloaf. And like as if like Meatloaf should have been like the popular person at that time. Let me see. Boy Meets World. For the film. Riverside, no. Riverside, there we go.
Penis!
Yo! What are you doing, you psychopath?
Give it to me.
Are you up here? Sean?
No, that's not the right ones. My bad. Go away. Fuck it. I don't care. Yes, but go look it up. Go watch Boy Meets World. One of my favorite shows. Number 25. We're getting through here, guys. We're getting through it. 1967's Wait Until Dark. Again, Audrey Hepburn, Alan Arkin. A recently blinded woman is terrorized by a trio of thugs while they search for a heroin stuffed doll they believe is in her apartment. What? I
I'd be
I
like,
want to see a
oh,
remake.
she's blind. Let's just tie her up and put her in a fucking chair and go search the house for this doll and leave.
Wait, I want to watch this.
Blind.
Yo, that sounds like I want to see like a remake of this.
Yeah.
Number 24, 2008. I have seen this one. I can talk about this one. Definitely Maybe, starring Ryan Reynolds. A political consultant tries to explain his impending divorce and past relationships to his 11-year-old daughter. So this is before Ryan Reynolds was still an actor. And don't get me wrong, I love what he does now. But he's like created his own Jim Carrey-esque vibe for himself. Like he no longer acts as a character, he's just himself being called by a different name.
Yeah.
This is a super cool movie because the whole entire time you can't figure out who the fuck the mom is. I honestly can't. I just remember it being a very endearing, very enjoyable movie. And this next movie also haven't seen, 1955's East of Eden, starring James Dean. Two brothers in the 1910s California struggle to maintain the favor of their affectionate but strict Bible-toting father as an old secret about their long-absent mother comes to light. Like, a lot of these descriptions are totally like, I'm getting into it. But then I'm like, oh, this came out in 1932.
Yeah. It's one of those where it's like, oh, the idea sounds good on paper, but how was it executed?
Right.
I mean, it's James Dean. I've never watched his movies, and he died in a car, but it's just...
Was it? Yeah. Yeah. He definitely was Paul Walker before Paul Walker.
Yeah. No one ever brings up James Dean, R.I.P. Never forget.
R.I.P. JD. Number 22 came out in 2002. I did not see this either. Moonlight Mile stars Jake Gyllenhaal. You saw it?
Never saw it. Never heard it.
Jake Gyllenhaal, Dustin Hoffman, Susan Sarandon, Ellen Pompeo. That's Meredith Grey. As he copes with the death of his fiancée, a young man befriends her parents and must figure out what he wants out of life. That doesn't sound bad.
Was that before Brokeback?
Yes. This next one is called Chinatown. It came out in 1974. It stars Jack Nicholson, Faye Dunaway. Here's the asterisk, which makes me not want to watch this. It's directed by Roman Polanski.
Yeah. No. Good.
A private detective hired to expose an adulterer in 1930s Los Angeles finds himself caught up in a web of deceit, corruption, and murder. See? I like that one. Ooh, number 20. I've seen number 20. I'm curious to see if you've seen number 20.
20!
2009. 500 Days of Summer. Zooey Deschanel, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. After being dumped by the girl he believes is his soulmate, hopeless romantic Tom Hansen reflects on the relationship to try and figure out where things went wrong and how he can win her back. Do you remember seeing they worked in an office or some shit?
No, the name sounds familiar. I probably remember seeing the trailer on TV and shit, but I don't think I ever watched it.
So I like Joseph Gordon-Levitt as an actor. I like Zooey Deschanel too. Joseph Gordon-Levitt crushes it. His acting chops are fucking exposed. I hate his character in it, and you're supposed to hate his character. He's such this self-involved douche, and go see that movie. I like that movie.
Go see
That's a good one.
So now, or years ago?
It's been out for 20 years almost. Number 19, 1966. This Property is Condemned. Starring again Natalie Wood, Robert Redford, and Charles Bronson. This must have been before he started killing everybody. It's a dramatic love story of a small town Mississippi girl, Alva Starr, and railroad official Owen Legate, set during the Great Depression. It's directed by Sidney Pollack. Like, all those names of people are things awesome. I've never seen that. But this next one, number 18, I can definitely talk about this. 1986's The Adventures of Milo and Otis.
I probably did watch this, and I just don't remember it.
Let me tell you the brief description. The adventures of a young cat and a dog as they find themselves accidentally separated and each swept into a hazardous trek. Dudley Moore does one of the voices. Oh, I used to love this movie as a kid. If you got kids, watch it. If you don't have a girlfriend, also watch it. So you won't be alone. Number 17, 1958's No Time for Sergeants. Stars, again, Andy Griffin. Will Stockdale is a country bumpkin from Georgia who is drafted into the U.S. Air Force and is too dumb to realize that he is driving everyone around him crazy. No one more than Sergeant King. Bumpkin.
Sounds stupid.
Now, I hope you've seen this next one. You might not have, but at number 16, coming out in 1980, it's a little movie with an exclamation mark at the end of it, but it's called Airplane. And I know you probably haven't seen it, so let me describe it for you, okay?
Yeah, please do.
After the crew becomes sick with food poisoning, a neurotic ex-fighter pilot must safely land a commercial airplane full of passengers. Now, reading that, is this a movie you think you might want to watch?
I probably could do it. It's
If you haven't seen Airplane, you probably aren't watching this or listening to this podcast.
If you haven't seen Airplane, make sure you never meet me in real life unless you want to get struck.
Or, hold up, stop. Why are we immediately threatening violence? How about we have them come over, we have a nice meal, maybe we'll order out, maybe I'll cook something, and we watch the movie together after visiting our friend Joe at Joe's Buds, and
then they'll get struck?
No, we're not going to hit them for just being ignorant. It's not their fault. In 1995, we had Before Sunrise, starring Ethan Hawke. I have no idea what the fuck this movie is. A young man and woman meet on a train in Europe and wind up spending one evening together in Vienna. Unfortunately, both know this will probably be their only night together. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. 67, we had Charade, starring Cary Grant, Audrey Hepburn, and Mr. Wilson himself, Walter Matthau. Romance and intrigue ensue in Paris as a woman is pursued by several men who want to get their hands on a fortune her murdered husband had stolen. She soon loses trust in those who claim they want to help her. Bum, bum, bum.
Nah, it doesn't deserve it.
All right, we're almost to the end. We're at number 13. 1995 again. 1995 was a great year for movies. Dead Man Walking, starring Susan Sarandon, Sean Penn, directed by Tim Robbins. A nun, while comforting a convicted killer on death row, empathizes with both the killer and his victims' families.
That was so terrible, I think you gave me cancer.
This is one I've heard about a lot. I've never actually seen.
Yeah.
Number 12, 12 Angry Men. The jury in a New York City murder trial is frustrated by a single member whose skeptical caution forces them to more carefully consider the evidence before jumping to a hasty verdict. We've all seen different versions of this. I'm pretty sure there was a remake of this at some point. It came out the year my mom was born, man. I'm probably not watching it. And before we crack into the top 10 at 11, we have 1964's Failsafe, starring Henry Fonda. Oh, it's two in a row with and Walter Matthau. A technical malfunction sends American bombers to Moscow to deliver a nuclear attack. Can all out war be averted? Can it, Todd? All right, so let me skim these top 10 real quick. I'm curious about something. Out of these top 10, only one of them was made when we were alive. So I'm going to assume we haven't seen any of this top 10. So I'm going to just go right through them. And if for some reason you have, if you have seen it or want to talk about it, just interrupt me. At number 10, 1954, On the Waterfront, starring Marlon Brando. An ex-prize fighter turned New Jersey longshoreman struggles to stand up to his corrupt union bosses, including his older brother, as he starts to connect with the grieving sister of one of the syndicate's victims. Nope. Number 9, Each Dawn I Die, 1939, starring James Cagney. A corrupt DA with political ambitions is angered by news stories implicating him in criminal activity and decides to frame the reporter for manslaughter in order to silence him. That sounds like, wow, what the fuck was that show with the pervert? The political one on Netflix? House of Cards. That kind of sounds like House of Cards. Number 8, 1944 is To Have and Have Not, starring Humphrey Bogart. During World War II, an American expat helps transport a French resistance leader and his wife to a Martinique while romancing a lounge singer. Number 7, I've heard of this. We probably should watch this, probably together, probably with a lot of THC in our system, but 1955's Rebel Without a Cause. A rebellious young man with a troubled past comes to a new town, finding friends and enemies. And like, wasn't James Dean's in it? Natalie Wood. Wasn't James Caan and like Jack Nicholson in this too?
I think so.
Yeah, like I've always heard, and this other one too, haven't seen. Always kind of meant to, but 1967's The Graduate, starring Dustin Hoffman. If anybody's ever heard the song Mrs. Robinson, it's this movie. A disillusioned college graduate finds himself torn between his older lover and her daughter. 1961. I actually think I saw this when I was young, but Audrey Hepburn, George Papard. He's the guy who played Hannibal in A-Team, isn't he?
I think so.
But Breakfast at Tiffany's. A young New York socialite becomes interested in a young man who has moved into her apartment building, but her past threatens to get in the way. So here's the one that came out in our lifetime. I've never seen it. All right? Mm-hmm. It came out in 2006. It's called Wrist Cutters, A Love Story.
What?
A film set in a strange afterlife way station that has been reserved for people who have committed suicide. I'm adding it, dude. That is a wild concept. And the fact it came out 20 years ago and I haven't heard of it. Wow, that's, whew. All right, 1953, at number 3, Roman Holiday, starring Gregory Peck and Audrey Hepburn. A bored and sheltered princess escapes her guardians and falls in love with an American newsman. Okay. Number 2, I know I think I read the book. I must have read the book. But 1962, To Kill a Mockingbird. A widowed lawyer in Depression-era Alabama defends a black man against a false rape charge while teaching his young children about the sad reality of prejudice.
I have
I've
both
definitely
read
seen
the book and watched the movie.
And
It wasn't bad. I mean, I was in like high school or some shit. Whatever, probably like 9th or 10th grade. Whenever you read that book, I think we read it and then watched the movie after it. From what
I read the book.
it was all right. But again, that was a while ago. I've done lots of drugs.
And at number 1, starring Humphrey Bogart, 1942's Casablanca.
Seen it.
And
Again, in school, I was a senior during films class because I got to take films class. It was pretty sweet. Watched a lot of shit. Watched that, North by Northwest, 2001: A Space Odyssey, which I do not recommend watching.
really?
It's a really long, ridiculous movie. Like, there is a fucking intermission in it. That's how long of a movie it is. Yeah. No, with Hal and all that shit, like it's fucking, yeah, it's it's weird. It's fucking weird. It's a Kubrick
weird.
movie that's not on my top Kubrick movie list.
I'm on a small minority where it's almost, his shit is almost too weird. Like Clockwork Orange it's hard for me to get through.
Clockwork Orange is fucked.
Yeah.
Darth Vader's in a Clockwork Orange.
I know. So speaking of which, I got a question for you before
Darth
we
Vader?
pop off, because it's something me and Caleb were talking about, and then I went and did. But did you ever watch The Toxic Avenger back in the day?
Maybe here and there. Like the cartoon?
No, that was The Toxic Crusaders. I watched that religiously
okay.
on Saturday morning.
The actual
also...
so there was because there was a cartoon as well, something.
Yeah, Toxic Crusader. So they didn't want to call them Avenger, so they made it a team of they're essentially the dumpster people.
The dumpster people.
They lived in a dumpster. You had like the werewolf dog. They were trying to do the Ninja Turtles is what they were trying to do.
It's just the dumpster people.
Did you ever watch the original Trauma movie, The Toxic Avenger? I don't think
so.
So Trauma, like, they were the punk of movie making in the early 90s and like late 80s. Like, they completely like left field, weird. It was like super great. It was very similar to like what they did with Ninja Turtles. They took a very adult property and kidified it. And so they just did a remake of it, starring Peter Dinklage. And I watched it. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Because, like, it was gory as fuck, which usually doesn't affect me. The visual effects were great, and it was weird. It's like it didn't know what it wanted to be. It didn't know if it wanted to be like, and the original Trauma movies definitely did this, but I think it's because they were so cheaply made, it worked. But it's like trying to be like a funny horror movie without like leaning into it like Scary Movie and stuff does.
Yeah.
But it's such a beautifully like done movie where it just doesn't work. It almost feels like outtakes. I felt very uneasy with it after. Let me see if I can pull up the trailer. Actually, let me see if I can pull up both trailers. And you can see the difference. Toxic Crusader or Toxic Avenger. Okay, here, perfect. Vintage theatrical trailer on somebody else's page. So we don't get flagged for that shit.
Meet little Melvin. He's a 90-pound weakling. Everyone hated Melvin.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this mop and shove it down your throat.
They teased him.
I want to do it with you.
Okay.
They taunted him. They tormented him until he had a horrifying accident and fell into a vat of nuclear waste. Transforming little Melvin into a hideously deformed creature of superhuman size and strength. Melvin became the Toxic Avenger. The first superhero born out of nuclear waste.
Holy shit!
I don't know what it was, but it saved my life.
All right, everybody, drop your tacos or I'll blow your brains out.
The vandals and the perverts had their way with the little people of Tromaville until the Toxic Avenger ripped them apart. The Toxic Avenger. His face is so terrifying. We can't show it to you now. You'll have to see the movie for yourself. The Toxic Avenger can bend steel with his bare hands.
Oh, we're only kidding. Get it?
Leap small cars in a single bound. He crushes drug pushers. Smashes hit-and-run drivers. For incredible explosive action, you must see the Toxic Avenger. He's a different kind of hero. The Toxic Avenger is coming to your town. Look out.
All right, so you see what I mean, like with my description of. All right, so now that looked fun, right?
It looks like I need to see if Rift Tracks has done it.
Oh, I'm sure they have. So now I'm going to show you. Do we get in trouble for showing IGN shit?
I don't think so. I don't know.
So this is the remake.
Armed political extremists have taken hostages downtown.
Somebody do something!
Wait! Stop! We'll get to all of that. Just relax, okay?
We'd lost Shelly a year ago. These days, it's just me and the kid.
It looks great.
I'll just scrape off the black part. That part's pretty good.
No, give him back.
I don't want to hurt him.
Why didn't you do anything?
Sometimes it's better to do nothing.
It's going good.
You're saying that this corporation would knowingly poison its own customers just to boost their own profit margins?
Summon the nuts.
Okay, summoning the nuts.
I didn't want any of this. I'm a monster.
You're not a monster. Show him your good heart.
Hey, buddy, I'm your dad.
What the?
I wasn't even involved. But sometimes, you gotta do something.
Who the fuck are you?
Just some dude with a
I'm spinning the core, holding hands up to God.
How does it feel to be a hero
A simple melody.
Do you realize what's at stake here?
Everything!
Find him, bring him here.
There you are. Only the good things in life, it's all that matters.
That was just self-defense. You haven't killed anyone else, have you?
See, when you say self-defense,
Only the good things, He's an ugly son of a bitch, though. That's all that matters to me.
The Toxic Avenger.
That's what the kids are calling him. I think it's swell.
Yeah. Do you kind of get what I was saying?
When did that come out?
This year or last year?
Christ. So I was randomly looking this up, and you remember Mr. Devon Sawa?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is going to be in the new Return of the Living Dead movie.
Really?
Yes. Which is supposed to come out in November.
Devon Sawa of Idle Hand fame?
Yeah, I don't remember the last time dude did anything.
So, I don't know. I guess I'd be willing to rewatch The Toxic Avenger with you.
Rewatch what?
The Toxic Avenger.
The original
I don't know.
thing? Or
Either one. Whatever you choose. Was that it? How long? Oh, we've been going over an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's more stuff, but we'll wait until next week for it.
Or bring it up on Tuesday, Todd.
That's true. When we're sword fighting. I mean,
when we're crossing the stream. So, Tuesday, check us out. Crossing the streams. I will check us out. I released episode 4 MCFU this past week. Episode 5 will be this week. It's already recorded. It's ready to go. Won't be any delay on that. Maybe we can get an update on Garrett. What's going on with, I don't even know what they're calling it anymore. It's not UWE anymore. It's something else. And I know we've been teasing this now for 2 months. Tuesday, return/re-debut of Drew. And always check us out on Todd Joe Morning Show. Like, subscribe, share, send us pictures of your dogs.
News just coming to us now. You're a bitch. Have a nice day.
I am a bitch. Bye, nerd.
Just hear those sleigh bells jingling-a-ring-a-ting-a-ting-a-ling-a-too. Ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ding-dong. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with a Jew. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with a Jew.